11 years and 21 films in, Marvel Studios and Disney are gearing up to release the latest installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the first to feature a female superhero in the lead. Captain Marvel. Naturally, in this day and age of toxic fandom culture, the film has become the target of triggered, salty, insecure fanboys who feel challenged by the simple thought of a female superhero leading the charge in one of their precious comic book movies. I'm sure you've seen it all. The review bombings, weeks before the film has even been released, and the constant barrage of videos and social media posts harassing and targeting not only the film, Disney, Marvel, and the film's leading star Brie Larson, but also other fans who have a more positive outlook. Because this has been so inescapable the last few weeks, I'm not going to get into it in detail. I'm not going to bother wasting my breath arguing with any of these people either, because quite simply, following the crap storm that was The Last Jedi, I've learned that they're not worth my time or energy. But what I will do is continue to reinforce the positive and empowered message that this film wants to get across to its greater audience, of all genders, all races, all ages, and all creeds. I didn't really want to do this video, but in an age where positive voices are so easily drowned out by a cesspool of negativity, I wanted to add my own bright spark. These days, film critics come a dime a dozen. Anyone with social media, a Rotten Tomatoes account, or an anonymous or not so anonymous presence on YouTube can be one. That includes me. And out of this kind of freedom does come a very easy abuse. I am quite proud of being able to reach such a large audience on this platform. No, I don't have a huge voice, but the voice that I do have, I greatly value and couldn't ever imagine abusing. There is a right and a wrong way to criticize, to critique, to evoke your thoughts and feelings. It is okay to dislike things. It's also okay to like things. Opinions are one of the greatest gifts we have in this world, and the ability for the human race to have such a wide and varied range of opinions and emotions is one of the most wonderful things about the experience of cinema and film criticism. If you love something, scream it from the rooftops. If you hate something, scream it too. But if you have to do it in a way that drags people down and demeans them, a way that brings more and more toxic energy into this world and into the fandoms, maybe think of better ways to burn your energy. Film criticism, just as any criticism, should be civilized. We should be able to discuss our loves, our hates freely, yet positively. We should spark conversation. We should be able to ask, well, what did you like about it? Or, well, what did you hate about it? Without being dragged through the mud. And we should be able to answer these questions without toxicity, without negative energy. If your hatred of a movie rests solely on the fact that there is a female in the lead, or that all it aims to do is spread empowerment throughout the world, then maybe that movie isn't for you. If you think that a movie is hot garbage because instead of presenting a big, strong man, it presents a strong, feisty female, then maybe the movie isn't for you. If you couldn't give two damns about a movie because it so obviously challenges and triggers you, somehow makes you feel insecure about yourself, then maybe the movie isn't for you. And if it isn't for you, maybe just, ignore it. Yes, it's fine to have your voice, but why spend your time dwelling on things that you hate constantly, using all your energy negatively, when you can instead focus on what you love? For instance, The Last Jedi came out 15 months ago now, yet people who claim they hate the movie and want nothing to do with it are still banging on about it, still spending days and nights dragging it and its stars and filmmakers down. Captain Marvel at this point hasn't even hit cinemas widely yet, but ever since that first trailer 5 months ago, the movie has been widely criticized, simply for its positive message and portrayal of women in power. And please, do not come at me with some terrible out of context quote from Brie Larson, because this is a movie for everyone. This is a movie for all shapes and all sizes, a movie for all walks of life. Thing is, if Captain Marvel featured a male in the lead, if the original Marvel was the film's focus, we wouldn't be seeing this kind of backlash. Hey, Captain Marvel could turn out to be the greatest superhero movie ever, yet biased fanboys would still drag it. Carol Danvers doesn't smile in trailers? Well, hey, neither does Thor, or Steve Rogers, or Tony Stark, or Clint Barton, or Bruce Banner. Yet I don't see any criticism thrown at any of the characters in the Avengers Endgame trailer. Let's face it, if Captain America the Winter Soldier, one of the most, if not the most highly regarded films in the entire MCU, and a highly political film at that, had been released as Black Widow the Winter Soldier, and had been the exact same film, he probably would have faced the same scrutiny that Captain Marvel has if it had been released in 2019. Again, I'm a believer in free speech. Say what you want, but there's no need to say it in a way that harms or devalues someone else's opinion or person. Do I agree with Rotten Tomatoes or any other website censoring scores and opinions? No. But what I do believe in is the implementation of safeguards to protect against obvious spams, attacks, gang mobs, and the possible use of bots for the purpose of bombing a film to make a point, which is exactly what Rotten Tomatoes have done. If you think otherwise, you're delusional. Fact is, Captain Marvel looks like it's shaping up to be a really great movie, and it's tracking very, very well at the box office. I, for one, am hanging out to see it, not only as a fan of Marvel, but as a fan of Larson and risk-taking in cinema. I love this day and age of filmmakers and studios taking risks, breaking boundaries, and I love strong, confident film stars who are passionate about their craft, so passionate that their words find themselves clipped down, misrepresented, and taken out of context. If that happens, you know that you're doing something right. 11 years and 21 movies in, I think Marvel has earned it. Surely they are allowed one female-led movie without being accused of all of a sudden going full SJW. I mean, it's not like the movie was announced 4.5 years ago or anything. When Captain Marvel opens, I'll be giving my own personal review of it. If I love it, I will spread that love endlessly. But just as with every movie, there is the possibility it might not work for me. In the way that Ant-Man and the Wasp, Black Panther, Solo, and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom didn't quite work on every level for me either. And if it doesn't work, and I don't like it, just as I did with those other movies, I will still give it my review, but I'll be civil about it. I'll discuss why it didn't work for me, and I'll do it in a respectful way on a balanced level, and then I will simply move on. I'll use my energy positively, creating content about things I love instead of things I hate. Until then, just take this all into account. That's all I ask. Love the movie, that is great. Hate the movie, that's also great. But share your opinions civilly, positively, and constructively. This age of toxic fandom cannot be allowed to thrive much longer. It's making it less and less fun to be a film lover and a fan. Stay positive out there, guys. I hope you enjoy the film, and if you do, do not be afraid to share it. Until the next, further, higher, faster. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos, you like what you've seen, you'd like to see more like this in the future, then please don't forget to hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen right now, and also hit that like button down below if you're feeling extra generous. Also, don't forget to check out my many social media accounts, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day.